What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's ZacATK and welcome back to a brand new video. In this week's video, we're going to be reviewing the Lilo & Stitch Beach House. This is set number 43268 and it comes with 834 pieces and it retails for $89.99 USD. So this was an incredibly fun build and full of fun details from the Lilo & Stitch animated movie that came out in the early 2000s. Now, I'm an early 2000s kid. You know, I grew up in the 90s and saw a lot of cool stuff that came out in the early 2000s. And that was kind of a fun transitional period from animation to CGI and whatnot. And we don't really see too many classic animated movies like Lilo & Stitch anymore. So the fact that Disney went back and partnered up with LEGO and said, hey, let's make this set, and accompanying with the release of the upcoming Lilo & Stitch live action movie, which is going to be super duper fun. I watched the trailer for it the other day, and it was a fantastic trailer, and I'm actually absolutely excited for this. Now, if we can only get an adaptation of a live action Treasure Planet, the early 2000s would come back for me full force that way. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the set and all the cool details that we have in the set and the build and all that. And I'll also have to go ahead and tell you that there are so many fun little build in the set. It's crazy that they went through all this detail work just to implement as many of these fun builds to make it work and to make it mesh up with the movie. So let's go ahead and talk about all these things right now. So on the inside of the set, we have a handful of details from the bedrooms to the living room and to the entryway and all that. And even the outside of the set has a lot of fun details and whatnot. And I just want to talk about first and foremost the roof and whatnot of the set. I think the set has a fantastic roof line, one of the best I've seen in a very, very long time when it comes to a LEGO house. And then, in fact, this roof line is so much better than LEGO Up House, and I feel like they did a little bit more detail work with this one. So definitely some improvements there when trying to mimic, I guess, a roof, but also make it look more textured. I really like that. And then the front of the house has a handful of windows, both in the upstairs and the downstairs, and it has a surrounded porch of the house. It's not quite a covered porch in most parts, but it is, you know, covering a border of the house, which looks really cool. And there was a lot of cool build techniques in order to accomplish this look of the porch to kind of break up the blockiness of the LEGO itself by using the rounded 1x1 cylinder pieces, but also to using the ingot pieces, not only for the texture for the roof, but also for the window shutters and whatnot. And you also have these fun little flower box builds that go on all three of the windows. And then one of my favorite things of the set is actually the front door. I've never seen a house in any LEGO City set or any creator expert set that has a doggy door in the front. I thought the doggy door being included was something very, very fun, and I thought that was very cool and unique. And I'm surprised that LEGO actually went that route to make a piece, and this piece may have already existed beforehand, but to implement a piece for the Lilo & Stitch movie where the whole house is somewhat accurate to the movie. So on the sides of the house, you have some cool palm trees, which were fun little builds. You also have a flower pot and some good foliage around here. And then we have a surfboard here. We have multiple surfboards part of the set, and one of them has a unique little Easter egg on it, which is the Mickey Mouse logo on one of the surfboards, and the other one is just a regular red surfboard, which is my first LEGO surfboard, which I think is really, really neat. And then if we rotate the set, we can kind of see a bit of the side porch here where it kind of cuts off in the end. And my only complaint for, and this isn't a complaint about the set, but this is my complaint for halfway open houses, and that is going to be that the house is, you know, not complete. So it kind of takes away from the illusion that the front presents. As soon as you get to the back, it's more of a dollhouse type vibe, which, you know, I get that's what LEGO's going for. It's more of a play set as opposed to a display set, but for me it's definitely going to be a display set because it looks very, very nice from the front. But on the inside you have the living room here, which it has a lot of fun details here. You have the pickle jar with her friends being punished in there. You have the record player where she and Stitch were able to play records and whatnot from the movie. And the entryway looks very, very nice. This couch build is actually very, very unique. I love this couch. It was one of the cooler, more Elvis-y type couches I've seen. I used to, a long time ago, I did work for Graceland for an AV company, and you know, in the Graceland house, the guest house hotel, they had a lot of couches that looked like this. So, and then the kitchen. The kitchen is probably my favorite room in the entire house. The kitchen has a ton of details, chock full of it. You have the refrigerator, which that refrigerator build was very, very nice. I thought the refrigerator was just one of the cooler things in the kitchen, aside from the pot and skillet that they used to replicate the scene of something burning. Then you have the laundry room where you actually have I call it a mailbox piece, where you can actually kind of replicate the scene of Lilo coming out of the dryer here from the movie. Which, what's funny is they re-edited that movie. So if you have like an OG DVD or even a VHS of this movie, you can see her coming out of the dryer, as opposed to, I think it's just a box with a pizza lid on it. I'm not sure why they did that, other than kids replicating it and they wanted to be safe. But the kitchen has a whole heap of details with the skillet and a sink. And I'm not sure what this corner build is supposed to be. It looks like a grill, maybe. It could be a soap dispenser. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks kind of off to be in a kitchen. And then if we go upstairs, we have Nani's room, which looks very, very nice. And I think it's probably one of the cooler bed builds I've seen. And of course, we have a dresser on the side. And it does come with a guitar. I never knew that Nani played guitar. I thought she was more of a different type of performer from the movie. And then the main bedroom of the house, which is Lilo and Stitch's room, which has two dressers. We have Stitch's bed and then Lilo's bed, and then another dresser or another nightstand here. And nothing crazy going on about the build. Her bed build is a bit more simplified than Nani's bed build. And then if you go upstairs, you can see first we have a cool little family portrait of everyone there, which it's a shame that Jumba and Blinkley weren't included in the set. I would have been really hoping to see them included in the set, but those would have been pretty crazy minifigures for Lego to produce, so I can kind of understand why they didn't produce those minifigures. But if we go to the very top here, we actually have the satellite dish, or the flying saucer upstairs canopy that they built at the end of the movie, which houses the Ugly Duckling book, which if you open that up, that just has one tile on there with a picture of the Ugly Duckling. And that was a nice little Easter egg that they included in the set. And I like that they included that little book bill. It's always nice to get little books within Lego sets, especially ones that actually have meaning and detail like this one does. And then up at the top here, we kind of have like an attic space. There's really nothing going on here, but it's still nice that they kind of included that in the set to kind of really flush out the front of the house. So let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures here. It came with 5 minifigures and a really neat build for Stitch. So Stitch has his little rocket ship, his little levitating rocket ship that they built at the end of the movie in the Christmas montage they did. And then he comes with a little ray gun, and he also comes with a little bottle of coffee, which I thought was a funny Easter egg to include with Stitch. And you know, it's funny because it's coffee in a baby bottle, which I thought was really funny they did that. The ray gun, I'm not really a fan of how goofy the ray gun looks, although the ray guns in the movie were more rounded. I feel like that may have been a missed opportunity for Lego to maybe create a unique blaster mold for this, something they can maybe potentially reuse in the future. But I do love how Stitch looks, very, very cool. The head is very fitting with the body, but I love the Stitch minifigure, and then the little rocket ship he has is really, really cool. I like the build, and it's just a really fun build with full of nice little detail work. The panel here, which was not a sticker, and then we have a little minifig clip here for Lilo to ride in the back of the rocket ship with Stitch. Just kind of leans back there, which, you know, she can't really bend her legs because she has those static mini legs. But I think that's really neat how they have that going on, where you can have both of them riding at the same time. And then we have Cobra Bubbles here with his suitcase. Not a lot going on with him, just a black suited minifigure with some glasses and an empty suitcase. And I love how they got his disgruntled face. I think it would have been funny if they were able to maybe include another minifigure of him where he was in his ending movie scene attire. I think that'd be a nice little detail. And then you have Scrump here, her doll here, with a little plant build coming out of the head. And this is a very unique minifigure, one I think that's probably not something they're going to be using for other sets, as it seems to be kind of exclusive to the old Scrump. And then we have Nani with a nice little hair bow piece that goes inside of her, the same that Lilo has. And her jeans are actually probably the coolest Lego minifigure jeans I have ever seen. It has some tears in the knees, and it shows she's wearing sandals. And then her hair is more of a wavy motion as opposed to a static motion like Lilo's is. So I thought that was a nice touch. And then we have Nani's boyfriend, whose name is escaping me at the moment, but I will put his name on screen now. And he has his two little torches here that he is twirling, and he has a very, very nice torso print and torso or leg prints as well. I really love how they went all out for the bigger figures printing on the legs, and even on Lilo with the sandal print I thought was a very, very nice touch. Even some arm printing there on his left arm, and just overall a very, very nice minifigure lineup here. All right, Lego Maniacs, well, that's been my review of the Lilo and Stitch Beach House. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this set and if you'll be picking it up. And do you collect Disney sets as well? I think Disney is starting to get on a roll with producing cool play sets like this that are more of an homage to more of classic Disney that I think appeals to us millennial kids and a little bit older, maybe even our Gen X counterparts. I'm not sure, but I do like that they're going in this route. And later this year, they're going to be releasing the Beauty and the Beast Castle, which is going to be a huge upscale version of a Lego house versus like the Lego Up House or the 100-acre wood house or even the Lilo and Stitch Beach House. So that's going to be exciting to see what comes of that later this year. I know a handful of people have already gotten them, so that's going to be exciting. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure and smash that like button, subscribe for more videos. I post videos every Monday. Be sure and follow me on my social media. I have links to all my social media in the description box below. But you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Until then, friends, keep building, and I will see you in the next video.